following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2. Regional Finals Saturday is about to get underway here in the February Flurry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very unique day here for the league. We have 11 matches going on across the board, including all 4 regional final matchups for D2, and we are kicking things off here with a very low-seeded one. It's actually going to be number 13 seed Lavina taking on number 15 seed Shadex in the ski jumping regional final, both vying to claim their spot into the final 4, and it's going to be a pretty hectic one. We do have a bit of a window here for this one, so we're going to kind of keep things rolling here. Let's get things going here. We'll start with the bracket path for both. Lavina has had quite the tournament. Close call in the opening round against Jordy was a really good match. Ended up getting the win there, but then since then has been cruising. 4-1 win over Ryan C, and then a 5-2 win over Tevin, and a very good showing. Lavina has been doing very well to kick off their career here and looks to add a Final Four berth in their debut tournament to that list. But Shadex is also looking for the same thing, and Shadex has had actually a pretty tough path. Has had the full projected path, had to beat the 2 seed, the 7 seed, and the 3 seed. Highest seed sum that he could have had, and he has been doing very well through it all. Shocked Ninja Jackson in the opening round, beat a very hyped up rookie in Rajon 4-1 in the round 32, and then was looking bad in the round of 16, but made an incredible comeback against Marcus after being down 4-1 and got the win there. Won that 1-5-4. Now moves on to the regional finals. We have these 2 players going at it, and both will be vying to make it into this Final Four bracket here. It is empty at the moment, but it is going to fill up as the day goes along. We will see who ends up filling these spots here. But there's going to be a lot of action here. All these matches will best of 9-1 power play, so we'll see what happens. But let's try to pop into this. I'm joined by Yoshi, who will be our ref, but unfortunately he's a little under the weather here, so no commentary for him today. We wish him the best as he's resting up, but we do have our players here. Going to roll through this really quickly. Lavina, your thoughts here, make it to this point in your first tournament, and how are you feeling about going up against Shadex as you try to get the win?
I mean, feeling pretty all right. I mean, original finals is already more than what my initial anticipation, like expectations were from this tournament in the first place. So, I will say very similar play styles from us that I've seen in the past, and I feel like it'll very much depend on how I manage to cope with the situation of like being the higher seed for the first time in this tournament.
All right, thank you. That is true. Lavina will be the higher seed in this one for the first time. And then for Shadex, you've made it to this point. You're one of 2 15 seeds left. Looking for a little history here to be the first 15 seed in the Final Four in D2, be the 3rd ever across the league. How are you feeling going into this one? And what are your thoughts going up against Lavina, who's also been on a very good run this tournament and has a pretty similar game record to you, with you being at 13-7, Lavina being at 13-6? I'm not sure if... Okay, Shadex is going to type. Um, just thoughts going into the matchup, going up against Lavina. How are you feeling about it? Just kind of to simplify it. We will get this one rolling after this. Very nervous. Never expect to make it this far in the game. Um, all right, so Shadex feeling some nerves here. Doing well for his expectations going into this one, but We've got one more thing to say here, and then we'll get this going. Uh, I don't know if he's gonna type again, but yeah, I know. I mean, for Shadex, it's been a really great run. One of two 15 seats left. The other one, ACO VT, will be playing later at 6 p.m. That'll be the third match of the day. But I think we're ready to roll here. Let's get this going. 11 cards is going to be the start here. That's what Lavina elected to do, and we're underway with the blue 9. Um, Again, this is going to be a bit of an interesting one and how this plays out. These are two rookies here, both, of course, have never made it to this point since it's their first tournament, but one of them is going to make it to the Final Four in their first showing. But even then, might still not even be debuting in the tournament. We still have 5 debutants left in the field. There's a very real possibility that um, the Final Four could be entirely debutants, as this is the only debut versus debut matchup. The rest are someone who's returning from a prior season going up against a newcomer. So a very real possibility the Final Four could be all new people. And if that's the case, that'll be the first time since the very first tournament, I believe, that someone will win in their very first MRE tournament. That goes back all the way to 2024, so it has been a long time. But keep things rolling here. Shadex is going to have the first draw of the game on the yellow. We had a ditto on. We had a. No, we didn't. We did not have a ditto. We had double 7 on the switch. But we are running with yellow at the moment. Shadex is having a bit of difficulties on the yellow here. He's going to switch out into the green. Both looking to get the early lead here. We've kind of seen how momentum has played a big part in this tournament, especially with how the upsets have been rolling here. So we'll see what Lavina does to try and shake things up as Shadex is looking to get off the yellow and did so with the green. Yeah, we do have Red in here. Former DC player now in D1. He's got his matchup coming up in the next few days. Oh my god, that is an incredible run. And there's the Uno call. I was about to say, but yeah, that it's gonna be a plus 12. Shadex is up to 21 cards now. Wow, that was that was a big swing from Lavina here. Um, did it come too early though? Plus 4 response. That was to be expected. Um, we'll see if anything else comes out of this. Yeah, plus 2. Will there be more, or will this be it? We'll see, and that'll be it. It'll be just 6 additional cards, so Lavina back up to 7, and we go back to green. Lavina actually gets their own card, so plays that. Shadex is actually going to switch off the green after using the wild plus 4 to go into green. Goes into red now. And Lavina is actually going to encourage the green now. Has the wild, so encouraging Shadex to pursue the green here after wanting to get the switch there twice. And Shadex is going to insist that we go red. And Lavina does not have red, so Lavina is out. Shadex will likely keep going. And he does. And Shadex looking to reel this one back in. Gonna do it with the numbers here. Lavina still in the draws, gets a double play though. It's only gonna be that's only gonna be a bit of a temporary boost here. Likely we'll have to find a way out of red. Shag's gonna keep it going with the red. Goes with the red 7. Lavina doesn't have it. And Shag's just gonna keep running this red down here. There's the switch. Lavina finally gets off the red here and goes into green. And another wild red from Shadex. Is that it's at least 3 of the wilds here. Yeah, 3 of the wilds are gone. That's probably gonna be another draw from Lavina unless they got something else that they were holding. Yeah, there it is. Shaq's gonna keep it going on the red here. Found the weak point and is just really abusing it at this point. Just, I mean, with him getting thrown back to 21 cards, is kind of what he has to do. And now he's gonna switch to green. So unlocks the green now. And Lavina's going to be able to get going here, but how much damage was done to their hand? Shadex is not going to stay on the green for long, goes into yellow. Lavina has a double play on it, though. Alright, and Lavina is again out on yellow. It just seems like hand is all over the place for Lavina here. Shadex just kind of able to keep it going. We got the yellow one. Lavina looking to stay afloat. They do with the switch to blue. Went for the big play early on to throw Shadex back to 21 cards, and now it is tied up. Getting close to 7 minutes here. Shadex is typing it out. I'm going to have a double play there to take the lead. What will the play be from Lavina here? Really taking a second to think through this one. Gonna go with the blue 7. Lavina not feeling great about this. Does Shadex have the win? Lavina feeling maybe a +4 here. And that feeling would be correct. 741. Shadex will get the 21 card comeback there. And got the win. I will keep this brief. Shadex, you got thrown back to 21 cards early on, but was able to still win the game. Just kind of thoughts on when you got thrown back there at that point, and how you're able to get it done to bring that back to get the game 1 win. And then for Lavina, elected to power play to win. Was that for the big chain, or was that like right before then?
Right now, like right before the finish, it was I had another double play that could have sealed the game with a power play, but I felt like, if I'm wrong, maybe on the off chance that there isn't a wild +4, it's maybe worth trying. It's still early in the set.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. +2 chain thing was crazy. Indeed it was. But yeah, we'll go to game 2 here. Lavina's still with the call. We'll see what they go with. Still full range available. Gonna go with 9 this time. And we're gonna start on green for this match or this game. So, we are underway once again. I think the scoreboard is having issues. And does it not? I have to fix that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it was not working before, but I'm gonna do this to just get the timing correct. All right, that should be around a minute, but yeah, we are in game two. Still both players running through their hand with just numbers. No ammo cards at the moment. A lot of switches though. Lavina is down to 3. Oh yeah, Shadex had to draw on his second turn. That's why there's a big gap there. And a big run from Shadex to actually bring it pretty close here. We're now tied once again, but Lavina still with a possession arrow lead. Get a first ditto of the series. And Shadex get things rolling here. Lavina is at 2. There's a big wild green there. Does Lavina get the Uno, or does Lavina have a finish? No, Lavina does not have a finish. Lavina out on green here. And Shags is going to get the Uno on the green 6. Does Lavina have an answer? No answer, and game over. Number efficiency on that one. 2-0 Shadex here on a plan B win there. Had a draw early on, but after that was kind of rolling. I mean, both players kind of rolling on that one. I don't really got much to add on that. Shadex able to have the wild. I guess for Shadex, what was the one draw you had? Like, was it helpful? Was it hurtful? But it is 2-0 at the moment here. Wasn't nothing. Okay, so had the wild from the start then. I think the wild was the key difference maker in that one. Yellow 7. All right. All right. Well, we'll go to game 3 here. Shadex has the call now, so we'll see if Lavina can bring this back on the away side. Shadex off to a good start. Lavina looking to get things rolling here. Still stuck in first gear a little bit, although that plan B win didn't really help matters. But we're going back to yellow here for game 3, and it's going to be the yellow 3 kick things off. And I stand corrected. We're actually going to green now. Immediate switch from Shadex. Did not want to start on the green. Lavina does not want the green though. Lavina wants the red. Do we get the blue 3 for the rainbow? Based off that reaction, we do not. No, we were going to stay on red. But may be able to no, we do. I was about to say maybe stay on red a little bit, but no, this is going to be a game where we have a lot of color switching here. Goes into blue. Now we're going into yellow. Color switch galore here. Bunch of crossovers over and over. Shadex is now out on the yellow. That was the original color start. Shadex won it off it. Lavina got the switch to it, and Shadex has nothing there. So Lavina able to play. Shadex with a crossover into red though. Really looking to stay off that yellow. And now Lavina is out on red, so both with a weak color at the moment. Now Shadex looking to do his damage here. Blue and green seem to be neutral. Lavina gonna go into the blue. But there is an advantage on the red and yellow from what we see at the moment. Blue skip, blue 8. Alright, double play. And we got the switch into green. Green 8 here. Alright, keeps it going here. Shadex is doing pretty well so far. I mean, had the pickup on yellow, but has been able to line these cards up so far and did a lot of early switching. Try to be a little unpredictable. Shadex able to have the blue still, despite the switch from Lavina. Lavina type in looking for a response here. Do we have a big play, or is it just thinking through it? It's going to be a double play. That's going to tie it, but Shadex still with the possession arrow lead. Shadex is out on the blue here, so Lavina looking to take advantage. Which they will for now. Blue 5, Shadex looking to get out. Does not. And that is going to do it. There it is. Double triple play here. Lavina is on the board. 2 minutes 57 on that one. Got the lineup to get it done. I actually think that was a plan B when I think Lavina only drew once. Yeah, Lavina only drew once on that one. I'm gonna have the same question I had for Shadex game 2. What was the one draw, and did it help you or hurt you?
It was the wild. It didn't necessarily at the end help or hurt me because I didn't really need to change the colors. The blue was lined up very well, but it didn't necessarily hurt to have an extra wild and know that my opponent doesn't have it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, we saw the Wilder kind of just thrown on there for the chain, but had a good backup option if needed, but ultimately did not need it. But it's 3 for 3 on the away side. We'll go to game 4 here. Lavina looking to tie it up at 2-2. Shadex looking to make it 3-1. Shadex also mentioning he should have thrown the +2 early, so had one, elected not to use it. Shadex gonna go 1 up to 13 now. Trying to see if we can find a little bit more fortune on this card start, and it's gonna be a green +2 to start. Shadex can jump on this and make it a +4, but he will elect not to go, but does stay with green. He will stay with green though. Doesn't go for the +2, but will stay on green. And Lavina gonna go with the green 5. Yeah, I just gonna go on the green. Is it? Yeah. So yeah, I mean green 0, green 7. I mean we're running green. This is a bit of a different from the prior game. We were switching all over the place. But now we're kind of running colors a little longer. But we do get to switch the red. But no, there's some of the game 3 flair where we have the crossovers, and we are going into yellow. The 7s have been crossover galore so far. But we do go into yellow and we stay there for now. Lavina playing Shadex's card. I think it's interesting that both players, despite that being a split, both players on that card are still in the tournament. And Shadex going to take advantage to switch into red. Lavina out on red though, so Shadex looking to kind of keep them iced out. No, actually elects to switch back into yellow, so had his own card. We got a triple play here from Lavina going into blue here. Did not really want to stay on that yellow for long here. Shad's gonna go with the blue, gonna be able to run it. It is once again tied, but once again the home side has the possession arrow here. Lavina with the green wild here, looking to shake things up. Most of besides game 1, last 2 games have really kind of been both players just running it down and then someone getting to the finish. And it's looking like at the moment this could be the same situation here for game 4. We get another wild here. This one goes into the yellow here. Shadex having being preferential to that yellow. Lavina had a switch out on the yellow last time. We'll see if they play a card this time or it will do something similar. And yes, they are. Actually, no, that's going to be a direct finish there. and it's going to be 256 on that one, which is just, oh no, it's going to be 257. So the exact same time for games 3 and 4. And Lavina going to win on a 5-card finish, which I'm looking at this now. Not quite a fatal switch. I mean, had the green skip also, so I mean, was pretty set no matter what. Only the blue would have thrown things off, but yeah, I mean, it's been an away series so far. We're tied at 2-2 here. Once again, Lavina, with only one draw. I will once again ask what said draw was.
Actually, not entirely sure. I believe it was just one of the base twos, like a blue two or a green two, that ended up being used for efficiency to get me to a 5 or 6 bagger towards the end.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll keep this going. I mean, this has been a away series so far. We're in game 5. So it's 2-2. Neither power play has been used yet. Lavina has the call. We'll have it for the next 2 games here. Just can't pick 12 or 13. We'll see if yeah. So Lavina gonna go with potentially the higher card start. It's gonna go with 14 here. And I would have a pretty good idea what the game 6 call will be if that ends up working out for Lavina. Um, but we'll see if this one does. Green reverse opens this one up. This is the second straight game we have a ammo card start. And once again, will not elect to utilize it, but will stay on the green. And there's the switch. We've seen a lot of we're seeing a lot of early switching throughout this series. Game 3 had a lot of it. Game 4 took a little bit, but then got rolling. But we're into yellow now. Both players looking to get the edge here. Shadex had the 2-0 lead, but Lavina pulled it back to make it 2-2. The 7 has been very infamous for a lot of these crossovers here. We do get a switch here. Do we get another crossover? We do not. We stay on green this time. And we do get a ditto. That's the first time. That's the first ditto since I believe game 2, so it's been a little bit, but got a ditto on the green here. Both running it down here. We do get a switch onto the yellow once again. Don't believe there has not been a single draw yet. Hasn't been a single ammo card yet besides the starter, and I stand corrected. Double play will give Shadex the possession arrow lead. And Lavina going to counter that with a ammo card of their own and goes with the wild red. Really looking to get something going with this one. And it's going to be an immediate slap in the face with the +2, so not quite the start they were hoping for, but it does still stay on red. So we'll see what Lavina was going for here. Going to be a red 3. And Shadex only had those 2 cards. He is now out on red, and now Lavina could likely will be able to now cook on this red here, and so they will get some double play there. And there's a top deck there for Shadex, I believe, so able to kind of stay afloat. Maybe looking to get out of the red, though. We'll see. And Lavina will provide that with a wild blue. All right, keeps it rolling here. Shadex able to play. Lavina looking to play as well. We'll see if it's just a number or if we got a bit of a run going. We just got a number here, and it's going to be the blue one. But that's actually going to open the door for Shadex to get the switch into green. And that's going to open the door for Lavina to actually do a +6. However, I do have to wonder if maybe they were looking for that as a finish. But they do go back into blue. Shadex now taking a second to think through this one. We're at nearly 4 minutes here. This is besides game one, these have been pretty quick games thus far. Well, we got a big play here actually. So responds with a 3-card run of their own here, and we go back into green. Lavina does not have any green and will have to draw. Shadex looking to get things kick-started here. Green 3, blue 3. So we have the green 3 and then another switch in the blue. Lavina liking this blue here at the moment. Shag's gonna go with it, blue 2. Lavina typing. Gets the Uno on the 0. What will the call be from Shadex here? A big run. It's going to actually be a block here. Goes into red. And Lavina's going to have to draw. So a good ice there by Shadex there as both look to be stalled out. And they will. Draws keep coming in here. And now we're kind of in the territory where does someone get a big top deck that helps that propel them to the game win? Lavina gets a red 6, so closes the door on the skip, but we'll have no switch out, so continues to draw. Draw City keeps on going here. And we'll keep on rolling this red. Looks to be a bit barren here, but this is going to be a bit of a reset here. We haven't really seen this we haven't really seen much of this so far in this series, so we get a bit of a longer game here. And there's the break. It's going to be Lavina with the blue 6 here. Still built a pretty decently sized lead here. And Lavina's definitely going to be more aggressive to try to get this win. Shadex looking to try and play this more defensively. Double play there from Lavina. There's some of that aggression. And Shadex is going to elect to go into his own card, switching into yellow. But Lavina, they needed the switch on the 9, and they get their own card, and will go into green now. Does that potentially line them up to where they need to be? Or will Shadex have, or will Shadex throw a wrench in the plan? He's gonna do the same stuff. He's gonna do the same ice again with the double skips and goes back into red. But this time it's not going to work as Lavina has a yellow skip. And actually that ends up being a fatal number placement because Lavina had double yellow to finish it and was on green. So it's a good call, a good eye there from Lavina to try and block that. I think they were expecting the switch back into yellow, but ended up getting the skip instead, and that was just what they needed to capitalize. So Lavina up 3-0 and has won 3 straight to this point. We got a bit of a game sandwich there with the 2-minute ones in the middle and then the 7 minutes on the outside. But Lavina, gonna quickly go over to you. You kind of you were pretty close towards the end, got in that draw city. got a few cards, was able to get going there. You've had the switch to 9, and then was able to capitalize off the left open skip as Shadex was trying to stall it out. Just kind of walk me through what was going through your mind towards the end of that game as you were trying to get the win here.
I mean, I was definitely trying to play towards Shadex's ego a little bit, expecting another yellow 9. That would have been a pretty clean finish if it goes back and forth between our cards into a fatal switch. But outside of that, I mean, really feel like this has been a really efficient game for both of us. So at the end of the day, a bit of card luck, a little bit of everything, really. The set is still close. We'll see what happens.
All right, well, it's 3-2 now. Lavina's still with the call here, looking to make it 4-2, has won 3 straight here. Yeah, I mean, I figured if Lavina won game 5, 15 with the full 7 would be game 6, and we do get that. And we do start with that infamous 7. We'll see if we get a bunch of color switching here or if we actually stay on the yellow. And we're going to get color switching right away. Green 7. Do we get a crossover or does Shadex elect to stay on the green? He will elect to stay on the green this time, so no crazy switches on this 7 there, but we do get one early. Lavina with their own card again. Technical both players have a 9, so technically could switch into each other, but for the moment we are staying with green to keep this one rolling. Blue 1, blue 5. Blue 7 will kind of go. We're just kind of going. This is kind of how most of these upper card games have been going, where you're just kind of rolling through the numbers here. Don't want to make any crazy moves too early. And we're going to keep doing that. Kind of running with odd numbers at the moment. No evens for a little bit. And we get another switch here on to the yellow now. So I believe that is not Pandora's. We're back on the yellow, which is where we started. Lavina does have yellow, though. Still no red. We're still waiting for red to be found. But we're going to keep it going here. Yeah. Both have played, well, with Shadex playing here, it will be 7 turns straight with a play. There it is, and there's also Pandora's box. We do have the red opened up now. But Lavina's going to deny it, doesn't want to see the red at the moment, goes into green instead. And the number chain is going to keep on going here. Shadex with the green 5. And then Lavina with the 2, but both with a lot of numbers here. Which is just kind of expected on these 15 card starts, but Shadex is out on the green too, so he's the first one to draw. Lavina is able to keep it going though. Shadex able to get it going again on the yellow. Got a bit of a run going on this one. And okay, so Shadex is gonna switch the blue, leaves the +2 open. So that throws Lavina back a little bit, but puts himself at risk here. Shadex has been doing a lot of these defensive plays here, in these recent few games. At some points it's worked out great. Unfortunately, other times like this one where he's gonna very dearly pay the price here with a +10, it has not. But we saw him make it. We saw him make a 21 card comeback in game 1. So could be a similar vein here, but we'll have to find where Lavina is weak on. But it's going to be an immediate +4. We're going to have a bit of an ammo war here in the middle of this game. Going to go with the +4 on this one, and then the triple play overall, and we're on yellow now. Lavina playing Shadex's card. Shadex looking to keep it going here, try to make up this comeback. +4 definitely helps make that a little bit more even. He is typing now, so maybe another run is coming. No, Shadex is actually out and has no more yellow, so he elects the draw. And self-ditto play from Lavina here, looking to force another draw out of Shadex. Oh, and another +4 from Shadex. Was that potentially a top deck? But goes into red now. Maybe gets the top deck +4. We'll see. But once again throws Lavina back a little bit. Gonna go with just the red 3, so just the double play there. But now we're rolling on red. Shadex was not able to actually run the yellow for that long. After they had the first +4, looking to do something a little bit more on this red here, and they will with the technically the double red 3. So had the card efficiency on that one, and I believe he's gonna switch into green here. There it is. Very much looking to try to make this 3-3 here going into his last homestand. But Lavina is going to go back into the red here with the wild. Shadex will still have some red here. Has the bait, but how much bait will there be on the line? Shadex typing something up here. Past 6 minutes, and we do got to switch into green here, so that actually works out pretty well for Shadex for the moment. Takes the lead on that one. Green script, green 0. And Shadex, I think, was looking for something a little extra there from Lavina, as they're actually both going to draw here. Now, green 6 gets a top deck here, looking to get out of this one, though. Does not, though. Only gets the top deck and is going to continue drawing on Draw City. Unless we get a big run here, this is looking to be the longest game of the series thus far. Gets the green 2. Still someone looking for a switch here. Lavina not going to have it. Shadex will, though, goes with the blue 2. Lavina looking to get things going, and only a blue reverse, and is forced to draw here. So maybe in a bit of a troubled spot. And we're just about to hit 8 minutes here, so this will be the longest game of the series to this point. Shadex with a double blue 2. So technically had the switch covered if he needed. Oh, and that's the third +4 we see, and that might have been another top deck. We might have seen 2 top deck +4s in this one thus far. And this is looking to be a very critical game here. Shadow's going to respond with a +2 and looking to cut that deficit a little bit. Lavina actually going to immediately switch into green now. Both players looking to have their hands potentially all over the place, but looking to try to find some normalcy in the chaos. But wild play from Shadex goes in the blue. Lavina able to play. Shadex looking to keep it rolling. Lavina is out on blue. Shadex looking to keep going. It gets down to 3. Lavina had the top deck plus potentially the top deck +4 earlier. Looking for another top deck here to potentially help them. Does not come yet. And Shadex is going to be able to switch into red here. What does that open up for Lavina here, or are they running out of options? Only 36 cards left in the deck. I don't believe we're going to get a reshuffle. We do get a bit of a run here, 3-card run with a +2, but ultimately not a whole lot on the red here. Taking a look at this, decent amount of +2s are gone. I think 1 reverse from each, so technically there's still a reverse on every single color. 3 of the +4s, 2 wilds, so we still got some ammo left in the deck. And similar to what happened in Game 5, Shadex is actually going to capitalize on the red skip opening to switch into yellow. But Lavina has a red 4 to counter that. Shadex gets the Uno, though, on the red 6. Maybe a potential bait there. Does Lavina have an option to try to stop this? Oh, the last +4 comes in clutch for Lavina. And Lavina goes into yellow now. There's no more +4s left in the deck. Shadex with nothing on yellow seemed to have it all figured out, but the +4 comes in to cause some more chaos. And for Shadex, it is not what he was looking for there. But gets a wild green to try and bring this back. We are low on the cards here. This is likely getting close to the finish. Lavina with the green 3. Oh no, triple play here to nearly flip the scoreboard, -1 card. But Shadex really looking to try to get this game win here. It is 4-2. Shadex is out on green. Lavina is also out on green. This game continues. Draws, blue 5. So Lavina breaking the green draw city. Both are really low on cards here. Every +4 has been used, but I believe there's still a wild left. Both are down to 4 cards here. And what could be a critical moment of this series here. Ditto play there. Shadex has no more blue. That does give free reign for Lavina to do what they want. Gonna keep it going on blue for now. Shadex continues the draw. Lavina at Uno, running the blue. Shadex finds the switch into red. Is it gonna work, or is this a fatal switch? It is going to work. Shadex has iced out Lavina. And now the Shadex run down the cards, gets a double play there. Lavina gets a top deck red 2. Gets the Uno. Shadex able to play with the 8. Lavina draws. Does Shadex get the Uno now? Gets the Uno on the switch it back into blue, where he was drawing before. Now Lavina is at Uno, double Uno on the blues. Shadex does not have a finish. Does Lavina have one? No, no finish. This game keeps on going here. I think there is still a wild left here. Blue reverse. Is there a reverse for Shadex here? Does he have a reverse in a different color? Because that was the last blue reverse. He does not. But does Lavina have a reverse? No, no reverse from Lavina. And yes, there is still a wild left, so this game very much could, depending on how these hands play out, could very much come down to who gets that wild. Top deck blue 7. Gets to switch into yellow. Shadex able to play. Lavina looking to play as well. Actually crosses over into the green, actually. Shadex looking for at least Uno here. Just hit 16 minutes. This has been a long game. Shadex thinking. Green skip. Does he have the finish? No, he is one short. Again. This is the second time he had an ammo card, but does not have a finish. Lavina does not have much to work off of either. And we're continuing the draws. There's only 6 cards left in the deck. Another draw, another draw. Draws keep on going here. Lavina gets their own card with the green 9. Shadex continues the draw. Lavina gonna draw again. This one looks to be a reshuffle here. But Lavina looking to object to that one with the switch to red. Reshuffle is two draws away here, but will we get it? We are running red at the moment. Both these players have been very low on the cards for quite a while, but no one has quite been able to find a finish. Shadex is out on red, so he gets the last card, and Lavina is going to reshuffle the deck here. So there it is. And Shadex got that. I think Shadex got that wild, so able to get it here. But maybe not at the time he was hoping for. Was hoping for it a little earlier, potentially. And now with the deck reshuffled here, big unknown. L2 gets the switch into red. Another draw from Shadex. Lavina looking to get something going. Draws. These draws can be a little crazy here, as it's the full deck back in. Being a top deck's a red 4. Shadex is continuing the draw. Neither player just seems to have that lineup they need. The draws just keep continuing. Lavina gonna get top deck blue 4, so it gets out of red here. Lavina is still very low here, looking to hope that this top deck can lead them to the end. It does not, but they're still in that territory where they can benefit off it. Shadex is able to get it going on blue, though. Lavina is not. Good amount of blues here for Shadex. Lavina gets to switch into green. And now both playing on the green here. But now Lavina is seeming to have stray cards on different colors here, and that's going to be a bit problematic for them. As Shadex gets another switch into yellow. I would think Lavina, based off the trend, is going to be able to play, but... Who has a +2 here, so those 2 extra cards Shadex's way, but gets down to 2. Oh, and Shadex responds with a big play of his own. And now he's down to 2. Pretty much, we're flipping back and forth here on this one. Lavina, yellow 8. Shadex does not have it. Both players have been getting down to 2 cards and just cannot find Uno or the finish. And Lavina has found it off a +4 found somewhere at some point. And after a 20-minute game, Lavina is up 4-2 now. Yeah, that was a very long one. Yeah, I don't know what how much time left Shadex has though, because technically it's 4-2. We still have a little bit more to go, but I know we're kind of getting minimal on the time here. So would love to kind of dive into the questions, but we might just have to jump into game 7 here. All right, I think he's still play. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it going. It is 4-2. Lavina's at match point. We'll probably dive into more questions. We'll dive into more questions in post game, or post match. But Shad is going with 10 here, and it's gonna open with the blue skip here. Lavina 1 away from the final 4. And Shad's gonna elect to go with the blue 1 to start things off. And Lavina does not like the blue. Gonna go with the switch right away. So, I mean, after a very intense back and forth match, it is getting rolling here in game 7 here as the slate gets wiped clean. With the red 3 looking to keep running it down here. Chaddock's gonna try to see if he can get some separation. He does have the possession arrow lead here, and will have the home field for the next 2 games, but cannot afford to drop any one of them. Gonna keep playing, keep it rolling. Gets a 3-card switch into blue here. That will give him a decently sized gap here, but Lavina looking to keep playing it on the blue potentially. Yes, and the +2 there, so that actually is gonna undo what Shadex did pretty much and actually give Lavina the lead. Lavina out on blue here. Shadex looking to keep it going on blue. Shadex typing has the lead still. Big type here. Taking a minute. +2 galore. And then the yellow 9. Lavina gonna try to switch it into the green here. And then has the +4 to end it. Wow, so kind of flexed on that one. And also technically the Uno call didn't go through because that was a 5th command. So kind of a sneak attack, but that was sort of unintentional. But it's 3-2 now, so Shadex gets another one on the board here, looking to force game 9. Can't hear VC right now. Okey-doke, that's a little strange. I'm wondering if Lavina muted on their end here, but Shadex game 8 call. Keeping himself alive in this series with a pretty straightforward run there. Focus on keeping the wild. Forgot you could use it first. That is true. That was a slight mistake there, but able to get away with it. But yeah, now we're in game 9. That 254 kind of bring us back to games 2 through 4. Shadex is gonna elect to go back to 12 here, so we are staying a little bit on the higher tier. And my God, we have another one. It's another one in this tournament. First one in the series, but we get a +4 start. Been seeing so many of those in this event. Yes, any color. You can play any card. All right, I'm gonna elect to go with red here to start. Shadex looking to bring this one back. He brought it back from 4-1 down in the prior round, looking to bring it back from 4-2 down in this one to make the final 4. Lena with the red 2 here. But Shadex is actually, wow, Shadex had the double play there on red, but is going to switch out of it. Did not elect to stay there for long. Lavina gonna just roll with yellow for the time being, but Shadex, did drop 4 straight, but is still alive in this one, looking to not go down without trying. And again, we've seen this comeback before from Shadex just in the last round, so he's looking to have an encore. But Lavina gonna cross over into red here to try to do anything they can to end this series right here and now. And that red switch is going to be very helpful for Lavina, as Shadex does not have any red. That early play there was looking to try to get rid of it early, and unfortunately going back into the red does not have much left, but Shadex is going to be able to get out of it pretty quickly. Lavina looking to keep it going here. This is only the first match of the day here out of 4, and we're already having a pretty close one. To kick things off, so we got a big 4-card play, including a +6 in the middle of it from Lavina, giving a pretty big lead here. Shadex's gonna go for the red 9 switch. And it's going to be another good ice from Shadex here. Lavina is forced to draw. Self-ditto play there. looking to make another comeback despite being down on the cards, but Lavina gets a blue 9 that very likely was a top deck here. And no option to switch to red unless it's a wild. Or a big run on the ammo. That too. And the +2 there from Shadex going to be able to, once again, bring it back here a little bit, piece by piece. Trying to stay alive in this series by running it down on the blue. Lavina getting down on the cards, double blue 7 here. Shadex still going with the numbers. How much more time will Shadex have here? As Lavina gets a switch into yellow. Gonna keep it rolling. Lavina looking to take advantage here. Gets to Uno with the yellow 6. Shag's gonna go with the yellow 3. And no finish from Lavina. I kind of expected that. But Shadex is gonna keep it going on the yellow here, but Lavina is in top deck territory. Which is definitely gonna be scary for Shadex here. There might have been right there. Gets the power play, goes with the power play there. That's also why I didn't think the game was over off the first one. Gets the top deck wild, and that's gonna do it. Once this last card gets played. And that'll do it. 5 minutes 16. That'll end it. 5-3 gets the top deck wilds to close out the series. Lavina is going to the final four. Shadex, unfortunately, will come up just a bit short, but still a great showing from him nonetheless. Good match to kick things off here for this slate. But we'll start with Shadex here since he needs to go. Did not what's it called? Didn't quite get the win here, but I mean it's still a great showing for you, not just in this game but in this tournament. Just kind of any takeaways from your end moving forward, and thoughts on your run overall, making it all the way to the regional finals. And then after this, you're free to go because I know you got to get somewhere. So yeah, that too. Do you think I got lucky times that one was +2 or +4? I mean, looking at the cards here. I think overall, when you kind of look through this, it ends up being pretty even, split on the wilds and +4s. Lavina with a few more +2s, but skips reverses, goes into Shadex here. I think this will end up being a slight lean to Lavina, but not by much. Still a very good series here, especially that game 6, really back and forth. Lavina able to get the win from a +4 that emerged at some point. We'll ask them about that in a bit, but yeah, for Shadex, I'm not sure if Shadex has anything else he's gonna say. I did see him stop typing, so oh, no, there we go. He's tapping again. See, that was a really good series to kick things off here. We'll read Lavina's comments here for a second, then we'll get some more from them. Well played from Shadex. Concealed ammo wars were so nice. Game 6 experience was amazing. Fun fact, I had both +4s before Shadex played both of his. We were playing an extremely defensive match. So I'm assuming that would have been game 6. We'll go back to that one once we get some final comments here from Shadex. And what a series this was to kick off regional final Saturday. Yeah, I never played this defensive, so it was nice to play something different for a while. I'm gonna be updating the bracket here while we wait for Shadex's comments. Always try to change the color use like you saw in the majority of times. And that's all I have to leave that. Well, thank you, Shadex. Um Good showing from you, a good tournament run for you. We're looking forward to seeing you back in the next tournament. All right, we'll go to Lavina now here, who gets the win and makes it to the final four. Um, Immediate thoughts on getting the win. It was a very tight series. You were down two at one point, but then rallied four in a row, including that very intense game six, to eventually get the 5-3 win. Just kind of any thoughts on getting to this point here now, being the first to lock up a spot into the final four.
I mean, as I said, amazing defensive match from Shadex as well. The switches, the concealed ammo throughout the entire set, just really fun to play. Really interesting to see how we were speculating about what the other one was doing the entire time. I definitely got baited into using my wild suboptimally multiple times throughout this match. But overall, just really happy, looking forward, happy to have one of those cool roles for making the Final Four in my very first tournament, so that's really nice. Outside of that, gonna have to study up, gonna have to definitely study up. Both of my opponents have been potential opponents for the Final Four, being Telna and the Lemon are on extremely hot streaks, and I am really going to, play my A game going into the and the finale of this tournament. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends up shaking down. I'm still, under the impression of this match for the time being. So another couple of days of celebration, and then we're gonna step it into high gear.
All right, thank you, Lavina. We're gonna quickly circle back to game six. You mentioned both plus fours before Shax played his. That was really kind of a back and forth on that one. There was multiple instances where you were down the one card left, but couldn't quite get the win. Just kind of your general thoughts from that one, especially towards the end where you're able to get that 3 card finish. You was the plus four something I would assume the plus four was something you got on the reshuffle there, since every plus four got used prior. But just kind of thoughts on that game overall, with both you being so low in cards, very close to the finish. Nothing really quite um, uh, pulling through, but then getting the win there after eventually getting the switch into yellow and getting the job done.
The yellow setup was literally something that I was waiting for the last 30 cards of the first deck. I've had that yellow plus two that I played after the reshuffle was there since basically the first 5 minutes of the game, and I was really just kind of sitting on it. I knew that Shadex was at that time still trying to finish on yellow, and I was trying to wait for it, get the jump towards the end game on him, but while keeping him iced on the reds to potentially try and make some more chaos happen. Outside of that, I mean, really close game regardless, and Shadex was just betrayed by the final plus two after the reshuffle. That really just gave me the free bagger finish. That game could have gone either way, and I feel like it is probably one of the best played single games of this tournament.
Yeah, it was a really good one on both sides here. Both did absolutely want it. But yeah, as Scars mentioned, we got a lot of Ono going on for you right now. We got Acosta versus Jesse Turner going on the 1v16 over in Fairy Tale February. And I actually believe that stream is going on as we speak. Yeah, so we actually have this hasn't been said, but this is officially the first um double stream that we have seen in the league. But um yeah, other than that, we'll get this rolling here with the bracket. Here's your bracket update. Ski jumping regions finalized. Congratulations to Lavina on getting the win and moving over into the final four. Lavina has locked up their spot into the final four here. There you go. They played in as the ski jumping region champion. they will be awaiting for probably in the they're probably going to be wake up in the morning to find out who they play, because figure skating will be last up on the docket here. That'll be Telna versus Dilemma. The only thing they know is they will be playing someone from Australia. The question will be who it is. But we're just getting started here. We got curling coming up next between Sky and Sky and Aco VT. So Shadex unfortunately was not able to quite get the win for the 15 line. Will Aco VT avenge Shadex and the rest of the fallen 15s to be the first 15 seed in the Final Four in D2 history? We will see. But based off the trend, we've lost one since the round of 32. So with Shadex going down, maybe a positive outlook for Aco. We'll have to find out, but that'll do it. We'll be back in about 40 minutes with the curling regional final here. You'll want to stick around on the channel. We got a lot of action going on for you today. Make sure you tune in. It's a fairy tale February. That stream is going on at the moment, but on behalf of the MRE Uno team, including our ref Yoshi and both our players, including as well as everyone else who came out to watch, thank you all so much for watching this stream. As mentioned before, we will be back in about 40 minutes with the curling regional final between Sky and Aco VT. You do not want to miss that. This Final Four bracket is just going to keep getting filled out as the day goes on. We start with 8 today. We will end with 4. We already have one of the slots to determine. We will figure out the other 3 as we go along. But until then, I'm G-Man. Take care, everyone. And we will be back soon with some more February Flurry. But until then, stick around.
That was fun. Happy we got